So we are going to get started. I'm going to give you the pin and then I'll wait for another 2-3 minutes for everyone to join. That way we are not wasting time. Somebody told me this good idea last week, I think. So we are getting started. Okay, the pin number is, can you all see my screen? It is 8358. Awesome. We have 39 participants. Okay, let me quickly scroll down your names. See, here are all the names. Okay. Pavitra and Lekshita raised your hands. Can you tell me what is the reason why you have raised your hands? Are you not able to get in? Sanvi, you also have a problem? Mataji, can you ask them what their problem is? They are not able to
Auntie,
get in. Yes?
can you take out Turtle Proud 93?
Where is it?
It's on the bottom. It like you need to scroll down. I'll tell which one. Wait. Can you go up a little?
So I will not be able to remove you from there. I know that I see
Yeah,
that,
that
but
one.
I cannot
just-
remove it.
I think you just click on it and it removes.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, can we get started now? Are you all okay? Ready? Okay, let's get started with our Sanskrit quiz then. It is 4-6. I think it will be good to start because 38 players seems to be a constant number. Okay. Okay, what is the Sanskrit word for place? Khadati, Kridati, Pibati. My pronunciation might not be right, but it is Khadati, Kridati, Pibati. What is the Sanskrit word for place? Okay, 26% got it right. Yes, it is Kridati. Wonderful. As you know, as I don't know Sanskrit, I won't be able to explain you much, but good job, guys. Okay, we have Ovi, Krishna Chinta, Karthik, Ramachandra, and Aditya. Good job. What is the Sanskrit word for cries? It is Roditi, Ringati, Shrinati. Roditi, Ringati, Shrinati. Cry. Okay, as we can see, the biggest number of people, 34% got it right, and only a few got it wrong. It is Roditi. Yes, that is cry. Okay, we have Krishna Chinta and Aditya who come up, and others, they've just come down for now, but let's wait and watch. What is the English word for unyati? Unnati. Unnayati. Here scrolls lives. I'm sorry for my pronunciation. Please bear with me. Lives. We have the maximum number of people getting it right. Hopefully, those who didn't get the right answer know it now. Unnayati. That is lives. Okay, Aditya has come up and Ramachandra also has come up. The rest have just changed position for now. We have 7 more questions to go. Let's go. What is the English word for Gayati? Sings, chants, walks. Sings, chants, walks. It is sings, and maximum number of kids got it right. It is sings, Gayati. Okay. So we learned a lot of words till now. We learned for crying, then Unnayati, we know that, and Gayati, we should know that. And I forget the first one. I think I don't remember the first one. I'm sorry. Hopefully you all remember it. Okay, we have Ramachandra and Satvik who have come up. Aditya, Krishnachinta, Ramachandra, Karthik and Satvik. Good job, guys. Awesome. What is the correct sentence for Janakaha eats? Janakaha hasati, Janakaha khadati, Janakaha pibati, eats. So you have to find the applicable word for eats. Okay, again, the maximum number of kids got this right. It is khadati. Hopefully I got the pronunciation right. If not, I'm sorry. Good job, Satvik. You've climbed up. Others have just changed their positions and Aditya is leading. With that, we will move. Which is the correct sentence for Krishna sleeps? Krishna nidharati, Krishna roditi, Krishna patati. Okay, 38 got it right. Yes, it is Nidrati. And we saw Roditi already. That's not the right answer. And Patati, I don't know if it is studying or what, but yeah. So that is Krishna has sleeps. Correct, Nidrati. Ramachandra, you've come up. Aditya, Satvik, Krishna Chinta, Ramachandra, and Karthik. Wonderful. Let's shoot for another. How many more questions? 4 more. Which is the correct sentence for Radha sings? Radha pashyati, Radha dhavati, Radha gayati. Gayati, sorry. Pashyati, dhavati, gayati. Sings. Okay, 34% got it right. It is gayati. That is singing. Okay, how about the numbers? No change. Good job. All of you all are doing very good. 3 more questions to go. Which is the correct sentence for Ramaha nidrati? Ramaha sleeps, Ramaha eats, Ramaha walks. I can also say this answer because from previous questions we know which is what. So you should also be able to get it right. All of you all must try and get it right. Oh, wonderful. 39. All 39 of you all got it right. I'm so happy. Rama has sleeps. Yes. Awesome. All right, the scores have changed, but the positions have not changed. Aditya is leading, Satvik second, Krishna Chinta third, Ramachandra fourth, and Karthik fifth. Good. Two more questions. Which is the correct sentence for Sudevi Pachati, Pasati? Sudevi runs, Sudevi cooks, Sudevi rides. Cooks, yes. Again, maximum number of kids got it right. Very good. Now you can correlate this one with cooking, okay? Don't forget. It's all a learning, so let's just learn. Again, the same positions. Congratulations, guys. One more question and then we will end the Sanskrit quiz. Which is the correct word for writes? Likati, japati, chalati. Awesome. 37% Likati. Yes, I also know this. Somehow I've heard this. And Likati is writing, right? Okay, good job. Let's see the scores now. Third place goes to Krishna Chinta. Congratulations. Satvik, second place. And first place goes to Aditya. Woohoo! Good job. Awesome. And we have runner-ups, Ramachandra and Karthik. Again, all of you all who attended this game are winners, but special congratulations to these 5. Congratulations. Awesome. Thank you guys for learning Sanskrit and doing well on the quiz. So if you forget some words, just try to recollect them, make a note of it so you know it next time. All right. Okay, we'll go to the report and see the scores. I also see a lot of people have raised hands. We will definitely answer your questions before we go and do our Srimad Bhagavatam quiz. Just be patient. I'll get the score of all your all the players who play today. Going on. I see total of 45 players. We saw the first 5 positions. Let's see from the 6th position. Ovi, 6th place. Harita, 6th place. Happy. Krish, Mihika. See, all of you all have scored 100%, which means it's just a matter of time, right? Very good. I'm so proud of you. Most of you all have got 100%. Can you see your scores? Prapulla, Arshita, Pavitra, YRP, Mishi, Vishaka, Durga, Gobinda, Advait, Punu, Hemant, Saki, moderator, Suki, Adya, Sushi, Kumudini, Lalita, Honey, Beauty. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, Slok, Pizza, Apache, Desal Posum, Rupesh, Adishri, Advait, Sairam, Dishika, Shri, Satvik, Honey, Kumudini. I think you just created maybe double accounts because of which we don't have any points there. But most of you all are doing a great job. Congratulations. I think this shows your listening skills in the Sanskrit class, and totally appreciative of you doing a very good job of listening to your Sanskrit teacher. Hare Krishna. Let's see who has raised hands now. 3 people have raised hands. Can we talk to them, Mataji?
Yes, Mother. Gopal Govinda sir, please unmute yourself. Do you have any question? Gopal Govinda.
How much I got?
Oh, how much? Govinda, you got 100%. And your rank is 18th. But 100% score. Again, Kahoot is going to see the scores based on that. I mean, it's going to pull up the scores based on the time you take to answer your question also. That is one of the parameters. And that is why you're placed 18th, but you got 100%, Govind. Okay, anybody else? 3 more people, you have raised your hands.
Pavitra, Pavitra, please unmute yourself.
So I got 100% the first time.
Oh, congratulations, Pavitra. Congratulations to all of y'all who've scored 100, 90%, 80%. I mean, this is awesome score.
And I played the first time.
You played the first time. Congratulations. Awesome. You keep coming to Kahoot, okay? Pavitra? Okay, who else has questions?
Shlok, please unmute yourself. Shlok.
Can you go show me my score?
Okay, Slok, I'll show you
Yeah,
your score.
I'm happy and I think I'm 8.
Oh,
No,
you're
that's not
happy?
me. That's not me. I'm not Shlok.
Oh, you're not Slok? Okay, I thought
I know there's another Shlok in here.
Oh, wow, you're
Yeah,
tricking
I'm
everybody. You're 8. Wow, congratulations. And how old are you?
9.
Okay.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you.
The next one is Sanvi. Sanvi, please unmute yourself.
How much did I get? A pizza.
Sanvi, your voice is breaking. What was your question?
What is my score on pizza?
Your Sanvi. Okay, let me see your score.
I'm the pizza.
Huh? You
I'm
can't
pizza
hear me?
in the food game.
Okay, I'm not able to hear you, Ma. I don't know. What was your name?
Pizza.
Ela?
Pizza.
Pizza. Okay, pizza. 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 I saw that somewhere, right? I mean, pizza is here. 70%. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kana. Okay, let's move on now and play the other quiz, okay? Is it fine? Okay, let's get started with the other quiz, which is the Srimad Bhagavatam quiz. And let's put on the pin. 66470. Can you all type it? Go to kahoot.it again. Or go to your Kahoot app and get this pin 66470. So we have 37 players so far. I'll just scroll down the screen so you all can see your name. We have 41 players so far. I'll give it probably a minute. Last time we saw like 45 players in Sanskrit quiz. So I'm thinking maybe 2 more who would like to join, or is it going to be 44? One more. Okay, let's get started now because I don't see anybody else joining. Okay, it's going to be Srimad Bhagavatam. So how many incarnations are there? 8, 6, 4 or 12? So last time itself we saw this question. It's actually a repeat. So we saw that there are Purusha in avatars, Leela avatars, Guna avatars, Manmantra avatars, Yuga avatars, and Satyavesha avatars. Remember, so total of 6 are there in terms of avatars or incarnations. Okay, don't forget this because it's a very important thing. That's why I think the teacher has repeatedly asked this question. Okay. I mean, Dasavatar, that is also a Leela avatar. So don't get confused. There are 10 incarnations. That's also one of the Leela incarnations. The Dasavatar is included in the Leela avatars. So what are the avatars again? Purusha avatars, Leela avatars, Guna avatars. Guna avatars are Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva. Okay. Manmantra avatars, as I told you, for each Manmantra, there will be a god that is ruling for that Manmantra. And then Yuga avatars, Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapara Yuga, and Kali Yuga, we have different gods, right? And that is what Yuga avatar is. Satyavesh avatar is something that we talked about last time also, like Kapila, Rishabha, even Srila Prabhupada, they're all Satyavesh avatar. Okay? Don't forget this. It is 6. Satvik, Aditya, Vishaka, Kushi, and Apple. Cute names. Second question. From where does Lord Varaga, the boar incarnation, appear? Brahma's nose, Brahma's hands, or Garbhodaka ocean? I'm talking about Lord Varaga. Where did he appear from? Okay, 26% got it right. He appeared from Brahma's nose. That's the right answer. We will discuss about Lord Varaha after another question that is also related to Lord Varaha. Okay, so far you got it. You got the answer, that is Brahma's nose. Don't forget. Okay, hands and Garbhodaka ocean. No, that's not the right answer. All right. And Garbhodaka ocean, we know it was created by Garbhodaka Vishnu, and he is a Purusha avatar. And remember, when he went to the universe, he could see nothing. He wanted to lay down somewhere, and that's when he realized he needed to lay on something, and that's when he created the Garbhodaka ocean and filled half of the universe with the Garbhodaka ocean. Okay, so I mean that answer was just plugged in to confuse you. All right, but I'm just telling you some sort of a history about Garbhodaka ocean. Okay, again the winners, as you all can see here, we have Kushi and Ovi. They have climbed up, the others remain the same. Good job, guys. Third question, why did Lord Varaha appear? Why did he appear? Is it to play with Vishnu, to save earth, to kill Varuna Deva? Correct. 36% got it right. And this is to save the earth. Again, if you go to Canto number 3, 17th chapter, 18th chapter, and 19th chapter, you can learn a lot about Lord Varahadev. And there they are talking about Svetavaraha. Svetavaraha is the one who lifted the earth from Garbhodaka ocean so that Swayambhu Manu can rule the planet, rule the earth. And then there is something called Neelavaraga. That is also described in the 3rd canto. And that Varaha, he was the one who killed Hiranyaksha and protected the earth. So there are 2 Varahas that I told you. One is Shweta Varaga. He was the one who lifted the earth from the Garbhodaka ocean so that Swayambhu Manu can rule. And the other one is Neela Varaha. And he is the one who killed Hiranyaksha and protected the earth. Okay. Remember these 2 Varagas. And how did the Varaga come from? He came from Brahma's mouth, Brahma's nose, sorry. All right. And why did he come? To save the earth. Okay. So you must know at least this information about Varaha, and the 3rd canto, as you're going to learn in your future classes, you will be understanding more details about Lord Varaha. Satvik, Aditya, Ovi, Apple, and Lalita. Good job. Those are the top 5 winners. Now we have come to Narada. What is the activity of Narada's incarnation? To preach devotional service, to visit Krishna in Dwaraka, to advise Kamsa. Why is Lord Narada incarnated? What is the activity of Narada's incarnation? What's the main purpose of his incarnation? Okay, we have 38% of the kids getting the right answer. That is to preach devotional service. Yes, so Narada's incarnation is the third incarnation, and he has inspired so many people to perform devotional service. Can you all remember? I mean, he was the one who initiated Dhruva, right? Remember when Dhruva, he came alone and he was just wandering alone, and then he bumped upon Narada, and Narada was asking him, "You're just a 5-year-old boy. Why do you want to do this penance? Go back home. Everything will get all right." But Dhruva was so determined that he'd say, "I want to do devotional service, and please instruct me to the path of devotional service." And that is how he instructed Dhruva. And then Prahlad also, when he was in the womb of his mom, he was hearing all the stories of Srimad Bhagavatam from Narada Muni. And then if you look at, there are other chapters and other cantos talking about who else Narada preached, and it was Prachetas, Pachina Barhi, and so on and so forth. Likewise, he just inspired so many people into devotional service. He also, the one who wrote Srimad Bhagavatam, who is that? It is Srila Vyasadeva, and he was a disciple of Narada Muni. And likewise, he created this book, Narada Panchashastra. I think Narada Panchatra. And that book, he's trying to inspire all the karmis and the jnanis also to get liberated through devotional service. So, like of people. Okay, let's look at the scores. Its French fries was come up. The other scores remain the same. Good job. Satvik is leading. Aditya, Ovi, Apple, and French fries. Awesome job, guys. Fifth question. Now we have come to another incarnation. We are going to talk about who are Naranarayana. Arjuna and Shiva, Arjuna and Krishna, Yudhishthira and Krishna. %33% got it right, and it is Arjuna and Krishna. So in 12th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, you can see the reference of Naranarayana Rishi, and there is also a reference to Markandeya Rishi. And Markandeya Rishi, what did he do? He after receiving this Brahminical initiation from his father, he was fixed on the vow of celibacy, and it is quoted that for 6 lifetimes of Manu, he worshipped the Supreme Lord. So for six lifetimes he worshipped, and in 7th Manvantara, what happened was Lord Indra, he always wants to test people, right? And in this way, Lord Indra, he sent Kamadeva and his associate to interrupt the Lord sages, this Markandeya Rishi's austerities. Now, Kamadeva in the form of a Cupid, he is sending these people to disturb the austerities of Markandeya Rishi. And what happened? By his penance and austerity, Markandeya Rishi proved himself that he was more potent, and he defeated all of them. And after this incident, what happened was, to show mercy to Markandeya Rishi, Naranarayana appeared before them. Lord Srihari appeared in the form of Naranarayana. Okay, and Markandeya then offered prayers to Naranarayana. So this is seen in canto number 12. So I just simply summarized the story for you. So as I told you, he worshipped the Lord for six lifetimes of Manu, and only in the 7th lifetime of his he was actually tested by Indra, and then he defeated the Cupids, after which Lord Hari in the form of Naranarayana appeared in front of Markandeya Rishi. All right, so I just wanted to quote this so you remember this when we talk about Naranarayana. There are so many things that we can discuss, when it comes to Naranarayana Rishi, and he's also in Badrika Ashram, which he's worshipped till today. And again, we don't see any change except French fries and Lalita. They are climbed up. Satvik, Aditya, and Ovi, they remain in the top 3 places. Sixth question. Now we are coming to Kapila Deva. Who is the father of Kapila Deva? Kapil Dev. Again, is it Brahma, Vishnu, or Kardama Muni? Awesome. 36% got it right. And the father of Kapil Deva is Kardama Muni. And if you look at Canto 3 again, there you can see the teachings of Kapila Deva and how he was born. He was born to Kardama Muni and Devahuti. And he was the one who taught the Sankhya philosophy to his mother, Devahuti. Imagine a child teaching devotional service to parents. And Kapila is an example. And Kardama Muni and Devahuti prayed to the Lord for the Lord to appear in their womb, and the Lord accepted their wish because of their severe austerities that they performed. And Kapil Dev was born to them. Kapil Dev is none other than the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And what philosophy did he find out? Sankhya philosophy. And who did he teach it to? He taught it to his mother, Devahuti, and through that he taught it to the whole world, that philosophy. And I wanted to tell you one of the teachings of Kapil Dev is that he says, let the mind be attached to the Lord in order to get liberation. And that process can be best achieved through bhakti. So bhakti yoga is very important for us. I mean, he just teaches that mind can be attached to the Lord, and then that can lead to liberation, and this can happen through the process of bhakti. That is how important bhakti is for the liberation. And again, with our philosophy, it is very important to achieve the love of Godhead also. And we have French fries who's come up. Apple has come up. Satvik, Aditya, French fries, OV, and Apple. All right, good job, guys. Who is the mother of Dattatreya? Have you all heard of Dattatreya? Is it Ansuya, Devahuti, Parvati, or Draupadi? Okay, 26% got it right. It is Ansuya. Ansuya. And again, if you look at the other option, it is Devahuti. Devahuti, I told you, who is she? She is the mother of Kapil Dev, Devahuti and Kardama Muni. And Parvati and Shiva, we know. Draupadi, we know. So that is Ansuya. Again, if you look at the story of Dattatreya, he was born to Rishi, Atri and Ansuya. And again, Rishi Atri, he wanted a son who is he didn't know who the Supreme Lord was. And then he prayed for the son. And then he prayed to the Lord that he wanted somebody similar to the Supreme Personality of Lord and Supreme Personality of Godhead. And he didn't know who the Lord was. And that is why the Lord Dattatreya means all the three incarnation comes, right? We have Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva. So they just fulfilled their desire because he didn't know who the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and he prayed to all the three gods that I want a son as the Supreme Lord. Like that he prayed, and Lord fulfilled Atri Muni's desire. Okay, and that is the story tied to Dattatreya. Satvik, Aditya, French fries, Lalita, and Ovi. We have Lalita who's climbed up. Good job. All of you all are holding on to the same place so far. Now we have come to another incarnation. How many sons Rishabhadev had? Uh, 49, 180 or 90? Okay, 100 sons. Correct. Rishabhadev had 100 sons. We'll take one more question and then come back to Rishabhadev's incarnation. We can learn some story or a lesson related to Rishabhadev. Satvik, Aditya, French fries, Ovi and Apple, they have climbed up. Congratulations, guys. So far, so good. Very good. Good job listening to the class. Who was the eldest son of Rishabhadeva? Kavi, Havir, Bharat. Okay, good job, Bharat. Yes, Bharat is the eldest son of Rishabhadeva. And here also Rishabhadev's father Nabi wanted a son, son who's like Supreme God, but the Supreme God said, who wanted somebody as the Supreme Lord and said, nobody can be like me. I only have to come myself because nobody can be equal to God, right? So he himself came to Nabi and be born as son of Nabi. And Nabi, he developed the Vatsalya Rasa. Vatsalya Rasa is the paternal affection he had towards Rishabhadev because he was the Supreme Lord. And again, if you look at Rishabhadeva, he had 100 sons. And Rishabhadeva, he belonged to the Kshatriya clan. You can be, you see, even though you are born to a Kshatriya family, you can still become a Brahmin or a Kshatriya, or you can be born as a Mahabhagavata. And that all depends on the traits and the qualities you possess. Like a doctor's son, he doesn't necessarily need to become a doctor unless he qualifies himself to study and prepare for the exam and pass the exam for the doctor. To become a medical doctor, he can say, I'm a doctor because my father is a doctor. Likewise, you can't, you don't have to necessarily be a Kshatriya. If you don't have the traits of a Kshatriya, even though you are born in the family of Kshatriya, you can be called a Kshatriya. That's what I want to say through this. So Rishabhadev, the 100 sons, there are 10 Kshatriyas and 9 Mahabhagavatas and 81 Brahmanas. The Brahmanas who were born to Rishabhadev, they were very cultured, well behaved, they were very pure in their activities, and they were expert in Vedic knowledge. Because of the qualities, they became Brahmanas. Because of their qualities, they could become Mahabhagavatas. Mahabhagavatas are the Nava Yogendras that we will be discussing in the further cantos. And the Kshatriyas, the first one is Maharaj Bharat. He was an excellent ruler, and you all know about Maharaj Bharat's story, I believe. But it's a very good story and lot of lessons to be learned from Maharaj Bharat's life as well. Okay, that is about Rishabhadeva. Hopefully you are listening to what I'm saying also, because if you keep that in mind, you'll not be able to forget who's who in terms of the incarnation. There are no changes. So far, so good. Good job, guys. Moving on, we are going to see that 10th question, which is talking about the fish incarnation. What is the size of the fish incarnation? 8 million miles long, 6 million miles, 16 million miles, 20 million miles. Correct. It is 18% got it right. It is 8 million miles long. Such a long fish. Okay, we see that there have been changes in the position. Satvik, French fries, Apple, Ovi, and Slok. Good job. 3 of you have climbed up. 11th question. What was the purpose for the fish incarnation? To save the Vedas, to favor King Satyavrata, both A and B, or D, none of the above? Okay, 16% got it right. Okay, yeah, this is a pretty tricky question in terms of having both A and B as the answer. As you all know the fish incarnation story, right? We all know the story. And remember, I'm going to talk about the part where Satyavrata, he was remembered to he was remembered the order. He remembered the order of the Lord, and then he saw a massive boat that is coming towards him. He loaded all the varieties of seeds and herbs that the fish incarnation told him about. I mean, remember there was a small fish and a big fish, and then the fish began to talk to King Satyavrata. It asked him to come and meet Satyavrata in the ocean, and that's why he collected all the seeds and herbs and loaded onto the boat along with the 7 saints. Okay. At this point, what happened? The boat tousled here and there, to and fro. But again, the king Satyavrata, he was not at all afraid because he remembered the Lord. And suddenly there was a storm, and then a gigantic golden form of Makshi avatar that is appeared towards him. On his head, there was a golden horn. And then what happened? Satyavrata took hold of that arm, and then using Vasuki as the snake, and then he offered prayers to the Lord. After he did that, the Lord then gave the instruction of Vedas. He started sharing the knowledge of Vedas to the king and the saints who are present there. He was explaining a lot of things. He was explaining about how the universe was created, how the universe was going to be destructed, how the soul lives forever, how there is this process of transmigration of the soul from one to another. Likewise, he explained so many things to King Satyavrata and the saints that were present in the boat. So again, the main purpose of this incarnation was to save the Vedas, and it's also to favor King Satyavrata. Do you all understand? So that is why we have both A and B. Okay, we have 2 people who have climbed up, Ovi and Aditya K, and the rest of the positions remain the same. I want to really close the Kahoot before 5 or just on time, because it looks like they all have another session to go. So let's be careful about the time as well. That's why I'm moving a little fast, but still trying to explain you what each incarnation symbolizes or it means. Which demon stole the Vedas? Hayagriva, Hiranyaksha, Ravana. Okay, 25% got it right. Yes, it is Hayagriva. Okay, the scores, there is no change to the scores. Good job. Awesome, guys. We have 3 more questions to go. During churning of the ocean, what was used as a churning rod? Himalaya mountain, Mandara mountain, or Govardhana mountain? Churning rod. Again, we are talking about one of the incarnations of the Lord where, you know, we will talk about it now, but yeah, 25% got it right. Yes, it is Mandara mountain. And here we are talking about the demons and the demigods. They are trying to be engaged in producing a nectar, right? They are trying to, what are they trying to do? They are trying to use the Mandara hill for churning, and then the shell of the tortoise, which is the incarnation of the Lord, that was used as a resting place. That was used as a resting place of the hill in the seawater. And then there was another thing that I think there is another question related to this, but I just wanted to tell you at the end of the day, both were fighting to get the nectar. And again, when they have that nectar, what will occur to them? That is Amrit, right? They will live forever, eternally. That was the benediction or a blessing that they were going to get by churning the rod. Satvik, French fries, Ovi, Lalita, and Slok. Good job. During the churning of the rope, what was used as the churning rope? Sesha, Cobra, Vasuki. There was also a churning rope when they were churning. And what is that? Which was used as the churning rope? Okay, 28% got it right. Yes, it is Vasuki. In one form, all these answers are all the snakes, right? But again, Vasuki is the right answer. Okay, we have the same people who are in the top 5 places. We have 2 more questions to go, and this is pretty easy. So be ready. From where Narsimhadev appeared? Pillar, mountain, ocean. Okay, 35% got it right. You all know the story, so I'm not going to talk about Narasimhadeva's story. You all would have even enacted plays of Lord Narasimhadev. So it's such a cute incarnation of the Lord. And okay, we have no change in the scores. Last question for Kahoot for today's session. Why did Lord Narasimha appear? To kill Hiranyakashipu, to protect his devotee Prahlad, to fight with Hiranyaksh. Again, be careful when you plug in the answer. It's a little tricky question. So you have to understand the main purpose why Lord Narasimha appeared. So everybody knows the story. 25% got it right. Yes. So more than killing Hiranyakashipu and all that, it is to protect his devotee. That is the main purpose of the incarnation. Whenever the Lord sees his devotees are troubled, then he immediately comes forward to give his help. He can give his help any way. It can be by appearing, it can be through our Paramatma, he can hint us, or it can be through someone, somebody. You know, he can hint us in various ways, and he can come and help you out whenever you are in trouble. Okay, he always makes sure that his devotees are protected. And then as a byproduct, he also happened to kill Hiranyakashipu. That is just a byproduct. But the main purpose of the incarnation is for him to come and protect Prahlad, who was in trouble and who was in need of him, right? And then Hiranyakashipu was killed because he was the one who troubled Prahlad. Okay, let's see the scores. Third place goes to Ovi. Congratulations, Ovi. Second place goes to French fries. Ho! And first place goes to Satvik. Congratulations. Satvik, you've been like, and then Lalita and Aditya K are runner-up. Okay, congratulations, top 5 winners. Totally appreciate it. And Satvik, special congratulations to you, because I see you've been consistent in your scoring. Even last week, I think you were the one, I'm not sure exactly, but I think you are the one who got the first place. Thank you, Satvik and others, Ovi, French fries, Aditya and Lalita. You've done a great job. Okay, let's look at the scores. Okay, we saw the top 5 winners, right? Now we will move on to 6th place. Apple, Slok, Ramakud, Krishna Chinta, Vishaka, Kirti, Radhas, 1, Supriya, Kirtana, Adya, Raj, Durga, Mishi, Kushi. So Mishi and Kushi were rhyming. And Shimmer, Arshita, Gobinda, Punnu, Happy, Krish, Rupesh, Prapula, Arundhati, Hemant, Adishri, Sushi, YRP, Captain Panda, Mahi, Pavitra, Pratmesh, Advait, Kumudini, Sanvi. These are the top 40 winners. Sasi, Saki, POOP, 7 Deadly Sins, Sai, Good Horse at Blah J. Okay. All right. I think that's probably it. 51. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. So far, so good. I just want to make sure to answer your questions for those of you all who've raised your hands. Do we have anybody, Mataji, or are we good?
Yes, Mataji. Karthik, please unmute yourself.
Mataji, the last question, the 2 answers can be right. To protect his devotee Prahlad and to kill Hiranyakashipu.
Correct.
Both can be correct.
Answers, both can be correct. But the main purpose, what is the main purpose? For there is no option of both A and B, right? Do we have that option? We don't have that option. So what would be your first answer then? To protect Prahlad. After that, it is Hiranyakashipu. As I told you, the main purpose is he is coming to protect the devotee, and as a byproduct, he killed the demon also.
Okay.
But the main purpose is not to kill the demon. It is to protect Prahlad. Okay, very good question.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
The next one is Adya. Adya, please unmute yourself. Adya.
Can you go to the questions again?
Questions? Okay, let me go to the questions. Which question you want to?
I don't remember which one it is.
Okay.
No, it's the other one. The one.
Can you just tell me which question do you want to review?
Oh yeah. What? Wait, not that one. What was the size of the fish incarnation? Oh, okay. I just wanted to know the correct answer.
Oh, no problem.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Adya.
The next one is Gopal Govinda. Please unmute yourself.
Govind?
Can I see my score?
Okay, Govind. I'm ready to show your scores to you. Govind, you got the 23rd rank, 69%.
Okay.
Good job, Govind. All of you all who participated are all winners because you know why? Why all of you all winners? Because you learned so much today, right? About each incarnation, and then we played Kahoot, we learned the right answer. We learned what is the reason, you know, for each of the incarnations. So there's so much that you took away. So all of you all are winners, according to me. All right, any further questions? Okay, so that's pretty much it, right, Mataji?
Yes, Mataji.
Okay. Thank you all, everybody, for your time. It was very, very nice playing with you. See you all next Friday, okay? I really enjoyed playing Kahoot with you and we all learned so much together. Hare Krishna, everyone. Bye.